What's up guys, it's Ben here, bringing you my very first race review of the Formula 1 season so far this year for the Spanish Grand Prix. As you guys know, tyres were going to be a massive talking point for this race, and unfortunately it was really the talk of the day. Nothing really much happening. Everyone had to manage their tyres way too much, and it ended up being a procession pretty much throughout the whole day, but I'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. I'm just going to go through just what happened in the race, so let's get straight into it. So the start of the race was fairly clean, no major incidents until we saw Grosjean and Setil maybe coming together, but the commentators said that Grosjean's damage was self-inflicted for some reason. He got a puncture, but apparently he didn't come together with Setil, so that's weird. Hamilton locked up massively into turn 1, and that really put him on the back foot for the entire first stint. Fernando, he did a beast double overtake on Raikkonen and I think maybe Massa around the outside at turn 3, which really put him in good position at the start. Webber lost positions, and Hamilton lost many spots right up until the pit stop phase, where Alonso jumped Vettel, and then he got up into first. Rosberg, after the first stint, he went backwards. The hard tyre really didn't suit that Mercedes, and they spent the rest of the race just chasing lap time until at the back end of the race they sort of picked up a little bit. But by that stage, they had lost way too much ground, so that's something they'll have to work on. Kimi moved forward in the race in that second stint, really getting himself up there into the podium positions. Ricciardo was looking good early on in the race. He was in the top 10 for the majority of the race. And then nothing really happened until the third round of pit stops, where Hülkenberg was released into the path of John-Eric Vergne, and then they made contact, and Vergne eventually got a delaminated tyre in his right rear, and Hülkenberg had to come in and change his front wing, and then eventually he got a stop-go penalty and a change of wing. And then for the rest of the race, nothing much really happened. Kimi had to manage his brakes in the second last stint of the race, and then the third and fourth pit stop sort of phase came into play, and everyone just sort of settled into their positions, and nothing much really happened until Sergio Perez started raging up onto the back of Jenson Button, but unfortunately Team Waters came into it again, and I think they were just looking to cement their double points finish for McLaren. And nothing really else happened in terms of racing. Di Resta and Rosberg were battling for 6th, I think it was, at the closing stages of the race. Ricciardo had to fend off Esteban Gutierrez, who was hard charging, and he got the fastest lap as he tried to hunt down Ricciardo. He couldn't get past him in the end. He was stuck behind him for like the last 3 or 4 laps, but couldn't get the move done, so Ricciardo got a point in this race, so that was good for him. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I'll just run through the top 10. Alonso won the race. Very good drive for him. Managed to pull off a 4-stop, and Kimi with a 3-stop in second. Another good result for him. Massa was in 3rd, Sebastian Vettel 4th, Webber in 5th, Rosberg 6th, Di Resta 7th, Jenson Button 8th, Perez in 9th, and Daniel Ricciardo in the Toro Rosso in 10th, with Esteban Gutierrez getting the fastest lap as I mentioned. So very strategical race. I think the tyres really need to be sorted out. They need to be much more durable, because at the moment we're just not seeing any racing happening right now. It's just having to save the tyres so much that the field becomes so spread out that there's nothing happening. Sure, the racing has been fairly decent up until this point, but I think just the way that the track was at Spain, being high downforce, high tyre wear sort of track, these things just happen. And if the tyre compounds aren't sorted out for the next time we get to a track like this, like Hungary for example, then we're going to see the exact same situation. So I think something needs to be done for these style of circuits. I mean, the racing on like China and Malaysia and Melbourne, they were, you know, still fairly decent, but I think for tracks like this, there definitely needs to be a rethink of the tyre compound. So yeah, a bit of work for Pirelli to do between now and maybe after Monaco. I think Monaco is going to be crazy. Lotus should be Lotus should be unstoppable if they qualify high up the grid, because Monaco, you want to run as long as you can on those tyres and not give up track position at all. So it'll be looking very good for them in the next race. And yeah, the championship is really tightened up after this race. Alonso clawing back massive points on Vettel. Same with Raikkonen, and Massa taking even more points off of him as well. So frustrating round for Vettel. He'll be looking to bounce back in Monaco, but I'm not too sure about Red Bull at the moment. Yeah, they're behind the 8 ball really. They're behind Mercedes and Ferrari at the moment, so they'll need to sort that out. And again, Mercedes really need to sort out their pace, don't they? Because they're just getting mauled in the race and they just can't look after their tyres. So it'll be something they'll need to work on for Monaco, because that's another high tyre degradation track and they'll just get eaten alive if they don't sort that out. So that's pretty much this this race review for Spain. I hope I haven't like blabbled on too much, or I've covered everything hopefully. But this has been my first race review, so I might be a bit rusty, but apologies if I was. Let me know what you thought of the race, and if F1 management needs to make any changes to make the racing a little bit better, let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, because I'm sure that not everyone will agree on this. So let's get a discussion going, and I'd love to see what you have to say about it. But until the next race preview in Monaco, guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye.